welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing, one sec. Oh, I really overemphasized that. Hang on, let me try again. Today we are testing Poundland makeup. So I put on my Instagram story not that long ago, do you guys want me to test out Poundland makeup? And quite a lot of you said yes. So here I am. I'm sitting down in front of a really hot light and I'm going to be testing Poundland makeup for you guys. And one thing I really quickly just want to say, I didn't realise in my last video until it came to actually editing that on my sleeve I had like half an eyelash stuck to my jumper where I had cut my eyelashes down and put my arm on it obviously, and it just stuck, and it was there for pretty much the whole entire video. And when I was editing I thought, I wonder how long it's going to take for somebody to notice that, and it didn't actually take that long at all. So shout out to Jordan for noticing that. Well done. Honestly, I'm so professional. It's bleh. Anyway, so I don't think there's anything else that I need to say to you guys, so let's get on with the video. I'm just going to get like everything out of the bag. So I managed to pretty much get everything. I even got some eyelashes as well. The only things that I didn't actually manage to get that they didn't have was primer, blusher and like a contour. Yeah, that was a little bit disappointing. They didn't have a very big range, but I got what I could and I got the basics. So I'm just really quickly priming my face with my normal Nip and Fab primer. I have not opened any of this, so this is a complete like first impressions thingamajig. I didn't even swatch in the shop or anything. So this is their foundation. So their brand is called Makeup Gallery, and this says Gorgeous Flawless Long Lasting Foundation with UVA and UVB filters. Not gonna lie, I don't know what they are, but it says filter on it. So am I gonna be walking around like I've got a constant filter on my face? Because if so, then yay! Okay, so I got this in the shade Warm Porcelain. I think this is like either the lightest shade they had or the second to lightest shade that they had. I'm not gonna lie, the shade range wasn't the best. Okay, so it came out really quickly. It kind of looks moussey. I'm nervous to put this on my face. Alright, I don't know about the colour. Yeah, okay, it is actually really moussey. I'm gonna just try and show you how it comes out. Can you see? Can you tell from that? I'm not sure if you could tell from that, but it does come out literally like mousse. It doesn't smell too bad. It's not like really chemically or anything, so I guess that's not a bad thing. Okay, oh, I don't know what to use to blend this in. I don't know if to go for brush or sponge. I'm going to do half and half. Okay, so I'm going to do this half with my sponge and I'm going to do this half with my makeup brush. Let's just go for it. Alright. It's quite orange. I think it's oxidized a bit already. This actually reminds me of when I tried doing my makeup in like year 7. It's very sheer, like I have blemishes on show still. Okay, so that is that side done. So I'm gonna do this side now with my brush and just buff that in. Alright, it's not as easily blendable, I don't think, with a brush. I don't know, it's very wet. It's making my brush really like wet. And it's leaving brush marks as well. Don't know if you can see, but it's leaving brush marks on my face. It's not blending as well with a brush. I would say with this foundation, it is definitely easier to blend with a sponge, and it definitely oxidizes. I literally feel like I am in year 7 again. Yeah, I'm not liking it at all, like at all. Like I actually hate it. I'm gonna move on to concealer now. Okay, so their concealer comes in this sort of packaging. So it is obviously a wind up concealer, and it says hide and chic, so nice little pun from Poundland or Makeup Gallery there. And it says natural coverage on it. I got this in the shade Ivory. This is the lightest shade that they have, I believe. And yeah, okay, it is pretty light. It is pretty light, to be fair. Okay, so I'm just going to whack this on under my... Okay, is that even coming off? Oh, right, yeah, it is. Okay. So I'm just going to put this under my eyes. Okay, so you have to kind of work it a little bit to actually get a substantial amount of product from it. I think you have to kind of warm it up. Maybe I should have done that on the back of my hand, I don't know. I'm hoping that this is going to kind of take the orangeness away a little bit. I'm just going to use my sponge this time to blend that out. And let's see how this goes. I need to move my mirror a little bit. I hope you don't mind my mirror being in like shot there. Alright, so the concealer isn't too bad. The shade's pretty good. It's still very sheer, so when they say natural coverage, they ain't messing. They do mean natural coverage. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not impressed by the fact that it's not hiding the black bags under my eyes, but it is certainly helping to sort of reduce the amount of orangeness that's going on my face. Looking in the viewfinder, it's not too bad. Looking in the mirror, it's still not too bad. The concealer has definitely helped revive the foundation a little bit. That foundation was terrible, I cannot lie about it, but it is only £1, remember, so I suppose for that it's not too bad. Okay, so before I set my face, I usually do my eyebrows. So this is a pencil. This is like the only brow product that they had. I don't ever normally use pencils. I am definitely more of a pomade kind of girl, and the shade is just called Blonde. Okay, so I'm gonna just start by just doing little flicks, I think, through the brow to kind of fill them in a little. Okay, so I'm gonna just draw the line along the bottom. So I'm gonna take a wild guess and say that this is gonna be one of the most natural brows I have ever done. I don't think that the pigment is gonna be enough to cover up the scar in my eyebrow, and I'm definitely gonna have to try and tidy this up. Yep, this is crap. It has made some difference to my eyebrow, but it is not easy to use, I'll tell you that right now. Okay, come on, we can make this look half decent, surely. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a little flat brush and the concealer that I just used, and I'm gonna try and just tidy them up a little bit. Let's see how it performs in terms of tidying up. Okay, not too bad. It kind of looks green. Are my eyebrows green? Do they look green to you? Because they look green to me. I would most definitely not go out of my house with these eyebrows. The only powders that they did were pressed powders. They didn't do loose powders or anything. I never use pressed powders anymore. I don't really like them that much. So this is probably not gonna go that well, but I'm willing to give it a go. Okay, so this says Smoothly Does It, and this is in the shade Natural Beige, and it says on the back, super soft matte powder for a shine-free finish. Okay, so this is obviously a no shine one, so this is gonna make my face super duper matte, I think. So let's give it a go. Okay, so there's quite a bit of fallout. Okay, so I'm just setting my under eyes and my eyelids. It smells nice. Ooh! And I'm just gonna dust that over where my foundation would normally crease. And then I'm just gonna dust the rest of it lightly over my face. So what I have noticed with this is because of the colour being so light, it has also helped to reduce the orangeness. So that's not a bad thing. It feels quite lightweight, to be fair. It doesn't feel too dry either. Like, my face feels quite soft and smooth, and I think it looks quite smooth as well. Like, it doesn't look dry or like bitty. It hasn't like gone in, or patchy, do you know what I mean? That's not actually that bad. I feel kind of bad for knocking that so much before I even tried it. So now I'm going to move on to bronzer. This is a matte bronzer, so it hasn't got any like shimmer in it or anything, which is what I normally like. I think there was an option to have a shimmery one, but I didn't want that, so I went for this one instead. This was their lightest one, but I think in the pan it looks quite dark, but also quite orangey again. Am I looking forward to putting this on my face? Yes, to find out what it's like. Am I scared? Yes. Okay, so I'm going to use it to slightly contour as well. I'm going to just start by putting it on my forehead to see what the colour's like. Okay, so it is a little bit orangey. I don't think I'm going to need too much of this, to be honest. But let's try and contour with it. Okay, that's not too bad. The colour is just not really my cup of tea. It could definitely do with having more brown tone in it. Okay, so conclusion for the bronzer. I don't like it. It's quite orange. It does warm up the face, don't get me wrong, but not in the right kind of way that I would personally like. Before I put highlight on, I'm going to do my eyes. So they didn't really have much of an option for eyes. I was kind of hoping that they were going to have like a little palette or something. I was even prepared to pay a little bit more money for a palette, but they didn't. They only had like these. Oh God. They only had these. So these are little tiny eyeshadow palettes, and they only have 2 colours in. So they also didn't really have much of a range of colours. They had this one, which is like a purpley kind of one, and they had I think they had like brown, and the rest of the colours were quite boring. I think there was like grey and green. Yeah, not really my kind of colours. So I went for this purple one because I quite like purple eyeshadow. Okay, so this side we have the lighter colour, which is still like, it's a really light purple, I think. And then this colour is obviously the darker purple, but they are both shimmer shades. So the fact that they're both shimmer shades is kind of scaring me a little bit. Don't really know how I'm going to go with this one. It's all fun and games, so let's find out. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the lighter shade of the 2, and I'm going to just put this pretty much all over my eyelid, but mainly focusing on the inner corner. Okay, so I feel like I'm putting a lot on and it's quite sheer. If you're wanting like a really subtle kind of look, then this would be probably the best for you, but you can kind of notice that it's there, but it's just like, I don't know. But I have noticed that on the skin, like actually on the eyelid, it does look more purple than it does in the pan. Then I'm going to take the darker shade on a slightly bigger brush, and I'm going to put that on the outer V and try to make the outer part of the eye like more deep. I must say though, they are quite easy to blend. You do get quite a bit of fallout, but they're still really blendable. Okay, to be fair, with that darker shade on the outside, it kind of looks alright. Like, it doesn't look too bad. I'm going to clean it up in a minute, but I'm actually not hating this overall. So I'm just going to pop the darker shade along the lower lash line and just tidy that up real quick. I actually couldn't knock that much. The only things that I don't like about it is how sheer it is, how much you have to kind of build it up, and the fallout. Other than that, the colours are quite nice. They're nice and easy to blend. So yeah, I mean, that's not that bad. Next, I got a liquid eyeliner. Okay, so this is just called Pro Liquid Liner, and this is just in the shade black. Pretty standard. Oh my god, that's actually really cute. That is actually adorable. Can you even see it? It's so tiny, and it looks really precise as well. I'm not going to go extravagant. I'm not going to do a wing or anything, so I'm just going to put normal bog standard eyeliner on. Okay, so I've literally just done those few strokes, and already I need to dip back into the pot to get some more product. But the brush is nice and precise. I'm not actually mad at this eyeliner. I quite like it. Like, I'm not going to like dedicate my heart and soul to this, but if I had no other eyeliner to use and I had run out, then I would actually reach for this because it's actually not that bad. Moving on, we have got a mascara. One thing that really did draw me to getting this mascara was the packaging. I think it's really girly, nice and classy, nice and sleek, and even though it is quite basic, I don't know, I just think it's quite pretty. So I went for this one. I have no idea what the brush looks like. Oh, and it says turn up the volume and define. Oh, all right, this is what the wand looks like. It's not that bad. I like the shape of it. There's lots and lots of spikes, so I think this is actually going to be pretty good at defining my eyelashes. So let's put it to the test and see, shall we? It is separating my eyelashes quite well. The only thing is it's not very volumizing. I think that's going to be about as good as I get with this mascara. So I got this set of eyelashes. You get 6 pairs of eyelashes in here. They are like assorted, they are different. I did have to pay an extra £1 for these though, so they were £2, and I'm going to use the glue as well from inside of this. I've just pulled off one of the eyelashes that I'm going to use so that I can show you what it's like. They're quite pretty, quite full, but also quite, I don't know, quite defined, which is what the mascara was supposed to do. The only thing is they are very plasticky. I'm just going to really quickly trim these down and I will be right back. I forgot to press the record button before I actually put the eyelashes on, so I'm really sorry about that, but I can definitely tell you that that glue is just rubbish. I would not recommend that to anyone. I could not even get it out of the tube. Like, I got nothing out of this, and look how flat it is. Honestly, I have squeezed the living daylights out of this little tube and absolutely nothing comes out. So I had to use my own lash glue, but the eyelashes are on. I probably could have done with just trimming them down a little bit more. So these are the eyelashes, what they look like on. They're not too bad. I'm not that mad at them, to be fair. They're not my ideal kind of lashes, but I don't hate them. Moving on now, I have got a highlighter here. So this is in the shade Pearl Shimmer. This is like their kind of pinky toned one. I went for the pinky one because I thought they didn't have a blusher, so maybe this could help to give some colour to my face. So I'm going to use this, and I'm hoping that this is going to look alright. It kind of sticks to where you put it, so it's not very easily blendable, but it's not bad. Oh, actually I quite like it. This, I think, has kind of saved the day a little bit. I'm gonna go in with my sponge and just go over the top to try and blend it out a little bit. On to our last product. It is lipstick. So I wanted to try lipstick because I'm trying to get into wearing lipstick a little bit more, because I'm a little bit afraid of lipstick, I think. I don't know why. But I got this in a shade that I thought would match my eyes. So it's a dark purple. It's called Black Cherry, so you can only imagine what kind of shade it's going to be from that, can't you? So it is very, very deep. It's kind of like a burgundy kind of colour. So it does look like where it's been sitting in the packaging or in the shop, it's got a little bit oily. Also, they didn't have a lip liner, so please excuse how awful this is about to turn out anyway. So it comes off quite easy. It is quite creamy. Okay, I'm just kind of using the point of the lipstick to kind of go around the edge of my lips. I'm not mad at the colour. I quite like the colour, to be honest. I actually put that on quite well, I think. Okay, so it actually does say Colour Moisture lipstick, so it's not going to dry down and into a matte lipstick, which is quite good. I'm not a massive fan of matte lipsticks anyway, to be honest. So I quite like this. I'm quite liking the colour with the eyeshadow, so I think I made a good choice with the lipstick colour there, to be honest. So I'm just going to zoom you guys in so you can have a closer look at the makeup itself. Okay, so this is what it's looking like. This is the finished result. So still, from what I can see in the viewfinder, the highlighter isn't all that bad. To be honest, I don't think it turned out that bad overall. It's not the worst makeup ever. There is definitely worse stuff out there. Let me just move my mirror back out of the shot. Oops. That is all of the makeup that I got from Poundland, tried and tested by me for you. So the worst product is definitely the foundation. I was not a fan of this at all. It just oxidized so much, really not liking this. And also the eyebrow pencil was not a favourite either. I really didn't like this eyebrow pencil. But my best item, my favourite item, I think is going to have to be the lipstick. I actually think that I'm probably going to wear this again. It's really nice for this time of the year as well. I do just want to give the concealer a little mention because the foundation went so bad, and I really do feel like this came in to help, and it kind of saved it a little bit. So I'm quite impressed with that. And also there's a pun on it which says hide and chic, so I love me a pun. £1, Poundland, get yourself there. Shut up. So that is today's video done, and I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it interesting. I certainly did. I was really intrigued, and now I know what's good and what's not. If you did enjoy it, then please give me a thumbs up. Drop a comment below. I'd love to talk to you and interact with you. And also subscribe and hit the notification bell as well to see more of me. Okay, that was cringe. And I will see you in the next video. So love ya.